It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Hello, everyone. Coming up on the 202, two women who want to change the world, one company at a time. Friends and business partners join forces to put their global perspective to work.
And a local actor who's actually made Washington work for him. Lamont Easter has landed multiple roles in nearly all of TV's top political dramas filmed in D.C. But our buddy DJ Dirty Rico has already landed the role of resident DJ right here on the 202.
Kind of good to have a house like this. What's happening, y'all?
Some have called them women with vision, change agents, and globally engaged. Mona Hamdy and Maria Font-Traboki created a boutique consulting firm in D.C. that advises private companies on becoming better corporate citizens. Some of that advice includes talk about world-changing issues like poverty or poverty eradication, sustainability, and collective well-being.
Having been born in Egypt and Spain and traveled the world over, Mona and Maria are indeed have a global perspective on creating change. But for now, they've both fallen in love with D.C. and hope to do a world of good right here. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So give us an idea of, Maria, Mona, of the company and what kind of advice do you actually give these clients? And it's both individuals and corporations?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
tell us about it.
So Hamdy Font is the name of our company. It's based here in D.C., the consultancy. And we say that, we advise a globally engaged client on things like protocol, public engagement, and positioning. So if you already have a company, you already know your metrics, what it is that you want to do with the people that you want to do it with. You already have your team. We help fuse teams together around maybe something that's a little more impactful, like creating a more robust, sustainable giving program, or making greater ties to a community. Or sometimes we just fix problems. Sometimes stuff's just hitting the fan and you kind of just need some help. And we do a lot of that.
Like fixers.
We're fixers.
That's
like Olivia Pope, but with, I don't know, better wardrobe maybe sometimes.
Sometimes.
We knock it out
Same
of the park in a
wine.
few days. Yeah, exactly.
Lots of wine.
Lots of wine.
Yeah.
Good food.
Good food.
Speaking of food.
Yeah,
Speaking of food.
There's that, and then there's that.
Then there's that.
Then there's that.
Yeah.
So we started the Yurt Traboki restaurants in 2011. As Fiola was our first baby, so to speak. It has a Michelin star now. And now that DC has Michelin star restaurants, it's amazing because now we see how people are coming from all over the world to visit us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen before. So that's we're very proud of being, the first one of the first restaurants that got a Michelin star in DC. So we started with that, and now we have 5 restaurants in DC.
Wow.
One coming up in Roslyn in the spring, summer. We just opened in Miami a couple of months ago.
Whoa.
And we're opening in Venice, Italy in April. April 8th.
Oh, that's awesome. But now that you're Michelin starred, is there more pressure?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, first, can I tell them what you get when you get a Michelin star?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
You get a card or something, a plaque.
I wish. You get a towel. It's not even a good absorbing towel. It's like one of those ones that doesn't wipe anything up, and it just
So we always have it in the kitchen, and it's like, oh.
You don't even
and then
use
you don't
it.
even use it because it's like, oh,
Really? Yeah. I was like, where's the car? Where's the...
well, the
You
chef
know?
gets a jacket.
No,
that has
exactly.
the
We
Michelin
get to hang out
star.
with
Wow,
Kanye. Like,
there's
none
a
of that.
towel.
I guess they just don't want to spoil you guys.
Yeah, probably. It's a
I
very
don't know.
chefy thing. Probably
But there is a lot of pressure because you every year the rating comes out again, so you can lose it or
That's
earn
right.
more or stay as you are.
That's right.
So there's always that pressure. You don't keep it forever.
Now,
You can-
does the restaurant intersect with what you do with clients?
Yeah,
as far
absolutely.
as Hamdy Font?
How so?
Well, it's our platform, and it's. There's no better office than, having 5 restaurants in town to choose from to have our meetings and also because we have everyone that is anyone dines in our restaurants, so that has given us also a lot of approachability, and they see us and we know them already, so they know who we are, so it's easier for them even to connect with us.
And we're also our first clients. So we, at the restaurant group, we're very focused on things like food and beautiful things being a human right, that it's something that's much more egalitarian than you think. And then sustainability in the environment is something that's really important to us. And so we look at things like blockchain and new ways of being able to document and certify that something is ethically
Done right.
procured or that it's, you know, it has a sort of track record that is beneficial. So in that way, too, we kind of find a synergy between, you know, the day
Both
job
worlds.
and the night job.
I love it.
Before you go, I quickly wanted to mention something about education in Harvard, that you have some connection with Harvard.
Yes, I do. You know, I like to call Harvard the Howard of the North. I'm very, very attached to Howard University here in Washington, D.C., and I wish that I get to, and I hope I get to do more stuff with Howard here. But at Harvard, I'm a teaching fellow and a student there, and I am a doctoral candidate in ethics, applied ethics.
Awesome.
All right.
So,
Fantastic.
Awesome. My old stomping grounds, Harvard.
Harvard, huh?
Harvard.
There you go. I want Howard to be my stomping ground, so I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Wow.
I'm angling, if anyone's out there.
Thank you both. Awesome
Thank
work.
you.
Awesome work.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate you. Up next, Jacqueline and Jilly, and later, he may be one of the Secret Service's most visible agents. That's because he often plays one on TV. Multi-talented actor Lamont Easter joins us next.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Welcome back to the 202. As opioid addiction continues to ravage American communities, we're learning new things about its victims. It's no longer a predominantly white epidemic, but has reached a crisis point among Black Americans.
A dramatic new miniseries throws a spotlight on this issue, proving that opioid addiction is not only colorblind, but class blind as well. It's called Jacqueline and Jilly, and the 202 got a chance to talk to the filmmaker and cast during its DC premiere.
Empty bottles from 2 different pharmacies were found in her possession.
My granddaughter is not an addict.
Jilly's addiction is an accidental addiction.
Stop using my recovery as a veil. What? You're just avoiding your own issues, Mom.
I am sick and tired of pretending that everything is fine and keeping up appearances.
She's not a child, Jackie. She's a grown woman, and we're still making excuses for her.
Jilly has everything a person could possibly desire, and she turns to drugs.
I'm not a junkie.
Victoria Rowell, you're usually very, very busy, but with Jacqueline and Jilly, you've been on a whirlwind tour.
You could say that. Yes, you could say that. It's been great.
So tell us why this particular topic. You've done a number of different genres, but this one is kind of special for some reason.
It's important to me based on not only the African American community and the difficulty in finding recovery, certainly in lower socioeconomic areas, but it's for everybody because addiction does not discriminate. So it's been of interest to me to talk about from a health standpoint, growing up in foster care for 18 years. I really want to address the communities of affluence as well as the communities that are of a lower socioeconomic environment. It's very important to me.
You care about education and, of course, the foster care system. And, of course, the opioid crisis is devastating in America. What made you choose this topic and tackle it the way that you did?
With this particular topic, in terms of producing a limited 6-episode series for UMC TV, it was a lot of different things. You know, having an idea is like 10%. The other 90% is implementation.
I love the fact that it's a family story. You know, it's about family crisis and just to be that male, patriarch in the storyline was real powerful for me, and be a positive African-American man of means. You know, I play a lobbyist, and well-to-do, which we don't really get to see a lot.
For us, it's about what happens after the credits roll. How do we step in as a city to make this topic, a streamlined form of communication and an open communication, because it touches families across the board.
We have to be vigilant, and we always want to get the word out, and we want people to understand the impact that it has on families.
To have Director Angie Gates of the DC Film Office, to have the Deputy Mayor, Brenda Donald with HHS, to have Congresswoman Bobby Scott and Congresswoman Maxine Watt, to have a consortium of support, plus an excellent cast led by Richard Brooks and Nico Austin Smith, and a great crew. All of those things have to come together. And again, to have the opportunity to work with Bob Johnson's company, RLJ Entertainment, UMC TV, AMC Networks recently acquired it. We have an opportunity to bring content that reflects not only us, but the world.
The world. Another actor from Jacqueline and Jilly is with us today. And now we've all heard the expression, hardest working man in show biz, all right? Well, see if you can keep count while Furman names some of Lamont Easter's jobs.
Okay, let's see. Actor, commercial print model, voiceover artist, musician, producer, host, MC, and on and on. But his most visible gigs have been his recurring roles on hit TV series like Homeland, House of Cards, Veep, and Madam Secretary. Wow, man, you are the busiest man in show business.
Thank you.
Well, look at you first, shaken or stirred.
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 You don't want to bruise the alcohol.
Ah. Man, I love your work. Homeland is one of my favorite shows. But first, to set the tone, I've got to say, Victoria Rowell is one of my heroes. I love her. What was it like working with on such an impactful piece?
One, the piece itself, it has a message, it has a positive message. And so that's really what attracted me to it. And Victoria is just absolutely phenomenal, just a talent to watch her not only act, but to also direct. So at the end of the scene, where she has the dialogue, it's cut, and then she goes right into director mode. It's just really, really amazing.
It was your first time working with her?
My first time working with her.
Wow.
Absolutely.
How did she reach out to you for this role?
Well, actually, I got an email on a Sunday night, and it said, "This is Victoria Rowell," and I was scouting locations here with the Virginia Production Alliance, Women in Film, and Erica Arville Casting, and I was telling them about the different roles, and your name came up in good stead, and for Dr. Cooper, and so I'd like to make you a direct offer to play the role of Dr. Cooper.
Whoa!
And you didn't have to audition.
This was about 10:30, so I said, I'm going to wait. I don't want to seem too excited. I'll wait till tomorrow. I got out of bed about 12 o'clock. I said, I accept. Send me the script. And that's kind of how it happened.
But acting has got to be really exciting, to be on different sets, a part of different projects. But your background in other areas, you were in the military. What branch?
Well, actually, I'm a civil servant. Still to this day, eligible to retire in May.
Wow.
So 30 years with an agency that's mission is to protect all of the citizens of America.
Okay.
And yeah.
What was that military connection you were talking about?
I'm a Navy brat. My dad did.
Ah, it was your dad.
My father, United States Navy. And grew up moved from back here, which is my roots are back here, D.C., my mom, Virginia, my dad, and grew up in Southern California. He moved out with the Navy, and then I kind of, through a strange cycle, made my way back here.
Wait, but you cook too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have quite a bit of a following. I live by myself. I have to eat. I enjoy eating well, and so I do it myself. And yeah. Kind of the gourmet, on the gourmet side.
These Washington roles, these political roles, because you're based in this area, does it make it easier to get them?
Absolutely. I mean, D.C., for the most part, when the big productions come through, they're typically politically based.
Yeah.
So we've had House of Cards, of course.
My favorite.
Did 6 seasons of that as Secret Service, and in between did three seasons with Julia Dreyfus on Veep, POTUS Secret Service. Then Homeland, and then Madam Secretary did the pilot here, and I played diplomatic security for Tia Leone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. but we're going to see if you can stick around and taste, because you said you cook, but we have someone else that cooks that's going to join us a little bit later.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we got a chef on the show.
Coming up, he won season 3 on the hit reality show Hell's Kitchen with Chef Gordon Ramsay.
But today he is right here at our 202 Chef's Table. Couldn't wait to get Chef Rock Harper. He's going to join us next.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
So you don't have to be a stone cold foodie to realize that DC has become the culinary capital with some of the most talented chefs in the country.
And because Michelle and I consider ourselves unofficial ambassadors for DC's food scene, we're happy to welcome Rock Harper to our chef's table today. Thank you, sir.
Good to be here.
How you
How are
doing?
you? Good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Smells good here.
Yes, we got a lot of plants here.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the plants. We got to pay homage. And you all are official foodie ambassadors. Like, forget the unofficial stuff.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
on the scene.
All
You heard that
We'll
first,
own it.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll own it. Thank you.
Well,
So-
you know, you're kind of famous, Rock. You know that, right?
I've been on TV a couple times. I wouldn't say famous. You famous. I'm not famous. Yeah. I've been on somebody else's show. You got a show, right?
I'm lucky getting the
Yeah.
show. So tell us what you're preparing, and are you all plant-based? Are you a vegan?
So 6 days a week vegan. Yeah, I try to eat plants. I'm a fake vegan, as my friends call me. So yeah, I just think it's important. I love our culture. I love my history, and I think it's important to make sure we pay homage in the right way to what we truly came from. And the plants often get lost in that.
Yeah.
We think that, fried chicken and mac and cheese and collard greens with neck bones, but those might be centerpieces, but they're not. It was of the earth and the plants that really pushed us forward in so many ways. So
Wow.
I want to do my part in telling that story.
Well,
Yeah.
I can smell you're doing your part
Yes.
because everything smells it smells vibrant.
Oh, I
You know, like
appreciate
when
that.
you get fresh vegetables, how they taste
Yeah.
greener or oranger or whatever. That's what it smells like. What is this you're making over here?
So I'm making a risotto. You're right. If I'd have known Mrs. Trabocchi was here, I don't know. I might have picked a different dish. I feel a little
You
intimidated.
got some of that Trabocchi pressure.
Well, exactly.
Trabocchi
Yeah.
pressure.
But not as intimidating as being on television and competing in those contests, right?
That was a little tough.
Okay, all right.
So what we're gonna do? I made a risotto. Takes a little bit, and we don't have that much time.
Okay.
But I made a sweet potato risotto. So paying
Ooh,
homage to the
sweet
yams.
potato.
I roasted white sweet potatoes, right in the skin in the oven.
wow.
I'm gonna put that right in our risotto, which we have here,
Okay.
with a little bit of. I have some shallot, some white wine.
White sweet potatoes, is this hard to find?
I got it at a grocery store here.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that hard to find.
Does it taste that much different from the orangey sweet potatoes?
I think so. I mean, not that much, but it has a different sugar content.
Okay.
So it's not as sweet as some of the yams or sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's white, and I wanted to keep the dish white, and I also wanted a different one. So
Right.
I just played with it. I figured it would work for today.
All right.
Okay. All
And
right.
then
What else
what
you
we
got?
have here, a sweet potato puree, right? So so I made like a broth with some shallot and celery and some
Nice.
garlic. And we're gonna put that right down. We're gonna let
Okay.
that be our base.
Ah.
And it's got the sweetness in there, and it looks pretty too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the way it looks.
Yep.
All right, so we got some risotto. We're gonna put this right on top.
Okay.
So do you say sweet potato or yams? What do you say?
Sweet potato.
Okay.
You say sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Okay.
You
Well,
say yams?
Sometimes, but that's the thing.
Really?
It's interchangeable. People say both.
Well, they're not.
I thought they're different. I thought they were two different things.
Are they?
They are different. Yes.
Never knew that. See,
Absolutely.
I'm not doing all that much
Sweet
cooking.
right.
I'm cooking more than you are, so.
I'm coming. That's the next thing. I
That's
should be the anchor, and you all cook next time.
Okay, well, we don't mind.
Will you do that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
So a
what's
little
this?
charred mustard green. Obviously,
Ooh.
greens are big in our culture and cuisine. So I just put on, just right on a cast iron skillet, just some mustard greens, a little
I love
oil,
it.
salt and pepper, and put that right on there. And then we have, again, the third sweet potato. This is just my mother used to make. Did you all ever have like the cucumber and tomato and red onion?
Oh yeah.
So instead of the tomato, because they're not in season right now, just roasted a different type of sweet potato.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cucumber, a little red onion, right on top, get a little acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's amazing is always with chefs how they plate it. It always just seems like a work of art.
I know it.
And it does.
Thank you. Well, we got to eat with our hands first, right?
And you know what else is a work of art? I'll never forget your face when you won. When you won.
Was I crying?
Oh, you were just so filled and so joyful, and I got the same way. And I was like yelling at the TV, like, rock.
I felt the love, even though it was.
You never forget that moment, do you?
Not at all. I was at. I never forget it in L.A. and I never forget it at B. Smith's where we were when we watched the finale party. Just so much love and encouragement from the city and from everyone that supported me along my journey. I'm grateful to be here and serve people food.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are now one of our favorite sons.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll finish with a little bit of sort of extra virgin olive oil, some finishing smoked salt, just to give it a nice little crunch and some flavor. And what I put on top, I normally do this with pecans. I didn't know if we had some nut allergies, but I spiced and mapled some fried shallots. So
what? Spiced and maple?
Yeah.
Looks like bacon bits. You can tell I love bacon.
There you go.
We're gonna both need some spoons.
Please.
This is just looking
if
too
you don't
delicious.
mind, I'm gonna, chef's gotta
yes,
taste.
please.
Right
Okay, go ahead.
Please.
No, chef.
Yeah,
Come on, chef. Come
Gotta
on.
make sure I eat my own food, right? I'll take a little corner. Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right?
You tell me.
Uh-oh, come on.
Make sure you get some of the good bits. There you go.
Yeah, let me get that.
There you go.
Okay. Wait, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I'm a vegan.
Yeah? Today you are.
Where's the to-go container?
There you go. We got it. Don't worry. We got it. And that's all plants. There's no, and you could.
That's delicious.
I'm not anti-meat. We just, we can do amazing things with vegetables.
Yes.
I actually think I could do this, right?
I know you could.
Well, not as good as this, but I'll try.
Yours will be better.
I'm hoping.
I'll try.
Okay, well, big thanks to our guest today, and of course, thanks to my co-host, Michelle Wright.
And thanks to DJ Dirty Nerdy Rico, and to all of you for watching. Furman and I will see you again next time on the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202. Hey.
Home of that good live music. Live on set, live audience approves it. The best hosts that don't get no tighter. Furman and Michelle can't get no brighter. Taxation, no representation. But the 202 repping for the capital nation. So from 703 to the 301. Yeah, we all come to have some fun. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
It's the 202.
This the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
It's the 202.